So in this video, we're going to go over a basic running program for boxing. Before we start, there are a few things I'd like you to familiarize yourself with. You can always check them out on Wikipedia. The Carbonin formula, your resting heart rate, your maximum heart rate, and different heart rate target zones. Now, you don't necessarily have to have a heart rate monitor for this, although it helps. But if not, try to become familiar with checking your own heart rate by using your fingers just to the side of your jaw there, your throat, in order to assess your heart rate. You will be checking it, count how many you get in 10 seconds, multiply that by 6 to see what you get in a minute. The most basic type of running you're going to do in your program is base running, which is sort of like your standard distance run. Now, this prepares you mentally and physically for all the work that you're doing. If you can't go for a 30 to 60 minute easy run, then you're probably not in good enough shape to do a 30 to 60 minute boxing workout in the gym. Now, unless you're injured, of course, there are exceptions. But this is overall to prepare you for higher intensity work. So if you're out of shape or you've been off for a while, it's good to do this. And if you're in the middle of your runs, you can see me off in the distance. You can throw punches, slips, move around a little bit just to make it a little more fun. The next level in your running program, which is very important, is anaerobic threshold training. Most of this is going to take place at 70 to 85% of your maximum heart rate. For boxing, intervals are usually 2 minutes on, 3 minutes on with a minute break. And as you get into better shape, into the higher intensity phases, you'll be doing anaerobic threshold workouts twice a week, maybe even only once a week once you get to the higher intensity stuff. But right here you can see I'm just trying to kick it at a pace that's higher than an easy jog. Basically, the way I'm thinking of it is the fastest pace that I can maintain steady through the interval. So you're hovering at your anaerobic threshold. And that's going to change as you get in better shape. You'll be able to go harder and maintain that pace as you go along. And that's the goal. The next level, VO2 max runs. This is where you're training your body to utilize as much oxygen as it can for short bursts of activity that are longer than a sprint. And a lot of your boxing conditioning is dependent upon this because boxing is sort of like in between explosive sprints and sometimes longer bursts of activity. Here you're going to train 30 to 45 seconds with a minute to 2 or 3 minutes off. Sometimes the rest can only be 30 seconds. But basically it's above a sprint. See here, I'm just trying to push above a sprint, get my body in the best shape it can oxygen-wise. The next level and where a lot of your work is going to be done is utilizing sprints, because boxing is basically bursts of sprints with recovery over and over and over again. And just being able to sprint once or twice isn't going to cut it, because in a boxing event you have to sprint, throw quick punches, move around, you get a short break when you clinch, when you move, and then you have to go again. And there's 3 basic types of sprints. One is a high quality sprint where you're going to go hard and fast and take a long break in between. Here you're going to go as fast as you can. Now, it's always best to do these along the beach with Apollo Creed and a crop tank top if you can. Here I come back, recovery, and then boom, I'm going to go again. If I really wanted to push myself, I would just rest maybe 15 seconds to 30 seconds at the other end and then sprint back, sort of more like a Tabata set. Another option you've always got is stairs. If you really want to push yourself, run a set of stairs, and when you get to the top, do a sprint right at the very end. One of my favorite that really gets you into good shape is shuttle runs, because it has the agility aspect. Just watch the stop and go. Right here, you don't want to jam your knee or your ankle. So I always go just a little bit easy on this stop and go. Hard, back and forth, 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. And don't forget, at the end of your workouts, it's important to stretch. Here, I'm just doing basic stretches for quads, lower back, and hamstrings. You can hold these for about a minute or so and ease into them. Don't be in any rush. And if you don't like stretching, it's no fun. You got to force yourself. Straight hamstring stretch. If you can get your leg up onto something and hold the position. And also glutes and hips are important as well. And there are variations of these you can do at home, but this is the basic idea. So I hope this kind of helps you with laying out a running program. As you get in better shape, you will do more of the high intensity work, VO2 max and sprints, but they're harder to recover from. So it's important that you have a base as well and do your base running. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Peace.